Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Khloe Kardashian fires back at ex-employee with cancer amid lawsuit. Khloe Kardashian is in the middle of a legal battle involving a cancer-stricken ex-employee. Based on the latest updates, Khloe fired back amid this current lawsuit. So what's the latest on this? And what else do we know so far about this ongoing situation? When you come from a famous family, like Khloe Kardashian does, that public spotlight is not all fun and games at the end of the day. While that publicity is what made them a family of billionaires, that same spotlight can turn sour just as quickly. As many Kardashian family fans know, because this family is always under a microscope, they often find themselves having to contend with legal issues. Based on the latest updates on Khloe Kardashian, she recently fired back at an ex-employee suing the Good American founder. Based on the latest updates making the rounds, Khloe Kardashian and her business partner are being sued by a former Good American employee with cancer. In the lawsuit, a former employee named Brooke alleged that her working relationship with Khloe's fashion brand was good, until she asked for accommodations related to her health. As reported by In Touch, in her suit, the former employee cited suffering from mental and emotional injuries, including anxiety, stress, self-doubt, worry, frustration, depression, and embarrassment. Brooke also allegedly got a letter from the UCLA Department of Medicine, stating that she should work remotely until she finished another round of treatment. However, Brooke claimed that Khloe Kardashian and her business partner pressured her to take medical leave instead. It has also been alleged that she was told that her situation was undermining the organization. From there, Brooke claimed that she saw a job listing posted for her role, and that by the time the following month came around, she was laid off due to company-wide layoffs. The way Brooke sees things, she believes she was deliberately targeted because of her disability. As everyone knows, particularly when it comes to legal matters, there are always several sides to any story. On Khloe Kardashian's end of things, in light of this former employee filing a discrimination lawsuit against Good American, they want Brooke to undergo a mental examination before trial. A lawyer for Khloe Kardashian and her Good American business partner, Emma Grade, said, "To the extent Brooke suffered any symptoms of mental or emotional distress or injury, it was the result of pre-existing psychological disorders or alternative concurrent causes, and not the result of any act or omission of defendants." The lawyer continued, adding, "Brooke is barred from claiming any injuries or damages, because such injuries and damages are the sole, direct, and proximate result of Brooke's conduct." Brooke had pre-existing mental distress due to cancer and other alternative causes that existed before she was terminated. Any alleged emotional distress was not due to the alleged actions of defendants. What do you think about this legal situation? Let us know in the comments below. For all the latest Kardashian news, come back again for more. In the gilded world of Calabasas, where designer handbags outnumber harsh truths and social media posts often mask deeper realities, even the most glamorous lives come crashing into raw humanity. Khloe Kardashian, known to millions as the resilient, fitness-loving, ever-quoted Kardashian sister, now finds herself at the heart of a story that has shaken the foundations of celebrity empathy. And it's not just about beauty products, love triangles, or reality show ratings. This time, it's about a lawsuit, and cancer, and truth, or at least two very different versions of it. The controversy erupted when Khloe's former household assistant, a man known publicly as Matthew, filed a lawsuit alleging wrongful termination, discrimination, and retaliation. The reason? Matthew had been diagnosed with late-stage cancer, and according to his claim, his illness was met with something far colder than concern. He was fired. Not gently let go, not offered leave, just gone. In the age of cancel culture and keyboard justice, the headlines came fast and sharp. Khloe Kardashian sued by ex-assistant battling cancer. Kardashian empire faces legal firestorm over firing sick employee. The narrative practically wrote itself. A mega-rich celebrity firing a vulnerable staff member during their darkest hour. Twitter flared with fury. Reddit threads ballooned. Even those usually indifferent to Kardashian drama took a moment to wrinkle their brows. But Khloe Kardashian is not one to stay silent. Not when her name is on the line, her integrity under scrutiny, and the cameras, both literal and metaphorical, are rolling. And so, in a pointed post on Instagram and a legal counter-response that surprised even her critics, she fired back. "Let's set the record straight," her caption began, posted over a black and white photo of her gazing into the distance, the Malibu sun glinting off a crystal-clear infinity pool. "I've always treated my employees with the utmost respect, care, and compassion. This situation is heartbreaking, but the truth matters." The truth, as Khloe sees it, paints a very different picture. According to her legal team, Matthew was let go only after months of unexplained absences, inconsistent communication, and a failure to return to work long after his medical leave ended. In their filing, they assert that Khloe offered flexibility and support, that the household held his position far longer than legally required, and that any claims of cruelty are not only baseless but deeply hurtful. "This is not about punishing someone for being ill," said a source close to the Kardashian camp. "It's about an employee who simply stopped fulfilling his responsibilities, and when faced with accountability, turned to litigation." Critics argue that this kind of response reeks of cold corporate maneuvering, a rich employer fighting back against a sick man for daring to speak out. But others, including some of Khloe's current and former staff, have stepped forward to defend her. "She sent my mom flowers when she passed away. She paid for my nephew's school supplies," said one former employee, who asked to remain anonymous. "Khloe is generous, sometimes too generous. People take advantage of that." Still, the image of a Kardashian, a woman whose face is associated with wealth, wellness, and carefully crafted vulnerability, clashing in court with a man undergoing chemotherapy remains jarring. It's the kind of drama no PR team wants to manage and no family brand wants to wear. But maybe that's the paradox at the heart of this unfolding story. Because if Khloe Kardashian is guilty of anything, it might be of simply being human. A woman who rose to fame with a thick skin and a sharp tongue, but who in recent years has tried to show more softness, more accountability, more depth. Whether on her show, The Kardashians, or in a teary-eyed podcast appearance, she's often spoken about kindness, loyalty, and the desire to be more than a meme or a headline. Now, those values are being tested in public. "I can't pretend this doesn't hurt," she wrote in a follow-up post, this time a close-up of her hand holding her daughter True's. "But I know who I am, and I know the truth will speak louder than the noise." Legal experts say the case may hinge not on emotional appeals, but on the fine print. Was Matthew's termination within the bounds of California employment law? Were appropriate accommodations offered? Can both parties prove their timelines? "It's going to be messy," said Beverly Hills attorney Janet King, who specializes in employment law. "It's a high-profile case with real emotional stakes. Both sides will come with receipts." But beyond the courthouse and the comment sections, this saga has sparked a broader conversation about how the ultra-wealthy treat their staff, about workplace protections for those battling illness, and about whether we expect more or less humanity from celebrities.